Hi guys, I'm Miss Christy and I'm really glad to see you all again this week. All summer we've been talking about how to focus on having faith. Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. When we take a closer look at God and see how good He is, it helps us put our trust in Him. Today, we're going to learn about Paul, who helped a lot of people understand what Jesus did for them, even though they had never seen Jesus. But first, we're going to play a fun focus game. Okay guys, so for this game, I'm going to be drawing a picture, and you guys have to focus on what I'm doing and guess what it is before I'm done. Are you ready? Okay, let's get into it. So first I'm going to do these two lines. I don't know. I hope you guys can get it. Is it a little bit more obvious now? Maybe, let's see. Kind of look like funky clouds. Did you get it yet? It's an ice cream cone. But I feel like that was a little too easy. I think a few of you got those really fast. So, let's try a little bit of a harder one. Okay. Kind of looks like a fish. But is it? We'll see. I don't know. It's more funky clouds. It's a spaceship! Did any of you guys get that? I think a few. I think I'm going to try one more hard one. And we'll see who can get it. Ooh, okay. This is something that can help you focus. Maybe that is a clue that can help you guys figure it out faster. Did you get it yet? I'm almost done. It's a camera. I hope you guys got that. Most of you probably did. But if not, that's fine too. But I think we should get on our feet and do some worship.
Sometimes the road ahead can be so rough. You are the reason why I don't give up. 'Cause even when it's hard to see, I still believe. So I'm gonna trust
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Acts, chapter 17, verses 16 through 34.
Wherever Paul went, he boldly preached the good news of Jesus.
This Jesus I'm telling you about is the Messiah.
Many Jews and Greeks believed in Jesus, but in nearly every town, a group of Jews would gather to oppose Paul. He and his companions were forced out of Thessalonica, and then later that same group of Jews followed to run Paul out of Berea. Eventually, the believers helped Paul escape to the coast, where he could travel by boat to Athens.
Tell Silas and Timothy to join me as soon as they can.
Once Paul reached Athens, he walked the streets of the ancient city, disturbed by what he saw: carved and molded statues everywhere.
Statues of their gods. The people really believe false gods can help them.
In fact, the Athenians believed in around 30,000 false gods. Yeah, they believed these gods were in charge of everything from sports to sleep to doors and cleanliness.
A god of grapes. Okay.
While Paul waited for his friends, he visited the Jewish synagogue to tell Jews and Greeks alike about Jesus. And in the marketplace, he spoke to anybody who would listen.
You have to hear about Jesus. He was killed, but he came back to life.
Paul's words stirred up a group of Athenian thinkers. These men felt that they could achieve perfection through knowledge and wisdom.
Can you explain what this fellow is chattering about?
He seems to be telling us about gods we've never heard of.
We shall take this Paul to a meeting of the Areopagus. There, we shall reason it out.
Set high on an outcropping of rock, the Areopagus was the high court of Athens. And from this viewpoint, Paul could see all of Athens spread out below him. Closer at hand, the gathered Epicureans and Stoics studied Paul.
What is this new teaching you're giving us?
You have some strange ideas we've never heard before.
We would like to know what they mean.
Paul took a deep breath. These people treated new ideas like playthings, so he wanted to connect the story of Jesus with something they already knew.
People of Athens, I see that you are very religious in every way.
We are aware of this. Please proceed.
Paul recalled a small carved altar he had discovered while exploring the city.
As I walked around, I looked carefully at the things you worship. I even found an altar with "To an unknown God" written on it. Now, I'm going to tell you about this unknown God.
Paul explained to them that the true God created the entire world and everything in it. He created each individual person with a purpose and an adventure to live.
He did it so that people would seek him and find him, even though he is not far from any of us.
Preposterous.
Continue.
Paul knew that these Athenians might listen to the words of their own writers that might actually reflect something of who God is.
In him we live and move and exist. As some of your own poets have also said, we are his children.
What an interesting point.
Paul told them that people are God's children. God is alive and real, not some carved statue or molded from gold. And now by sending Jesus, God was telling everyone everywhere to turn away from the bad things they've done and to follow him.
God has proved this to everyone by raising Jesus from the dead.
Preposterous.
Fascinating.
More like fantasy. Get this joker out of here.
No. This is new, fresh. We will hear you speak about this again sometime.
A man called Dionysius had been among the crowd at the Areopagus. He hurried to catch up as Paul left.
I want to know more about this living God, about Jesus.
I can help you, friend.
So Paul continued to spread the good news and love of Jesus, and after a short time, Dionysius became a follower of Jesus, as well as a woman named Damaris, and several others.
You make the darkness run and hide. You bring the broken back to life. Only you can, only you can. You set me free from every chain. You fill my heart with songs of praise. Only you can, only you can. Jesus, you're the only reason that I'm even breathing. I am wide awake. My heart beats only for your glory. My hands reach up for you to hold me. My soul sings, Father, you are holy. My feet dance to your rhythm, to your rhythm. Every beat is calling out your name. You left the glory of your throne to bring this runaway back home. Only you can, only you can. You give me love, you give me life, you keep me dancing through the night. Only you can, only you can. My heart beats only for your glory. My hands reach up for you to hold me. My soul sings, Father, you are holy. My feet dance to your rhythm, to your rhythm. Every beat is calling out your name. Every beat is calling out your name. Jesus, you're the only reason that I'm even breathing. I am wide awake. You move me, your freedom is consuming. I feel you rushing through me. I'll never be the same. My heart beats only for your glory. My hands reach up for you to hold me. My soul sings, Father, you are holy. My feet dance to your rhythm, to your rhythm. Every beat is calling out your name. Every beat is calling out your name. Every beat is calling out your name.
I love how Paul took the opportunity to help the Athenians learn about Jesus. The people there wanted to believe in God, they just hadn't met him yet. So, Paul used an altar to an unknown God to share the message of Jesus with the people. You can do that too. Okay, maybe not the part about finding an altar to an unknown God, but you can show others how much God loves them through your words and your actions. You can help others know Jesus. It's easier than you might think. Just be yourself and talk to them in the way that they can understand, like Paul did. Tell them what a difference Jesus has made in your life. And remember, helping others know Jesus isn't just in what you say, it's also in what you do. It's in the way you treat people around you. How should we treat others? Right. We should treat others the way we want to be treated. Jesus is God's Son. God had a good plan to send Jesus at the very beginning. And one of the reasons God sent Jesus is to show us what he's like. We can help others know Jesus by the way we live and the way we treat people. When you treat people with love and respect and kindness, others can see the love of Jesus through you. Remember, you can help others know Jesus. Okay, friends, that's all we have for you today. But until we see you next week, remember to show God's love to those around you. Bye.